Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that answers all your stock-related queries on the program. In case you're here for the first time, well, the WhatsApp number is flashing on your screens. This is where you can send me all your questions along with your name, location and your contact details. You can also log on to our YouTube channel, go on to Business Today, use the Daily Calls live and the comment section there to send me your questions. I'll be happy to address that as well with our top market expert who will be joining in just now. We'll also be looking at how the markets are trading. The Nifty is now slipped into the red and you can see about 25,259 odd level, about an 82 point lower. Trade, although we have picked up from the day's low point and we are now slowly and gradually inching to the day's high, but still low by, lower by about 0.3%. It's the metal index that is continuing to shine bright despite all the volatility that we are seeing in the markets. Oil and gas from the commodity space is also hovering higher, along with some infra and banking names that are up and about. Among the stocks on the Nifty, there are just about 10 to 15 odd stocks that are hovering higher, but the market breadth is skewed towards the negative side. L&T post earnings is up by 3%. Hindalco is up by 2%, NTPC, Tata Steel, ONGC and Coal India. These are some of the names that are hovering higher by about 1% in trade. But let's welcome our guest on board, Mr. Kranti Batini, Director of Research at Wealthman Securities, joins in to share with us his views on the markets and to answer your queries. Warm welcome to you, Mr. Batini, and thank you so much for taking the time out. Always a pleasure to have you with us. Well, it's a big day. Eco survey will be tabled and we will, of course, get to see the finer details over the during the session today, trading session as well as during the day. And this will set the tone for the upcoming union budget of 2026. Markets have been nervous in the run-up to the budget. There have been a lot of external shocks keeping markets under selling pressure. How are you looking at the markets right now? What's your current approach?
Yes, actually, market texture, if you see, it's a kind of a texture where there is a clearly buy on dips and sell on rally kind of a market at this point of time. But last 1 month, if you see the month of Jan itself, foreign portfolio investors, they sold for a tune of 50,000 crores. Yesterday, they first time, I believe in the last 15, 20 trading sessions, they have become the net sellers. As long as the foreign portfolio investors, they continue to be on the selling spear, markets are expected to be in a range bound and the selling pressure is going to be created in the medium to short term. What makes that foreign portfolio investors entice about India? Some kind of a geopolitical situation has to change. Also, any kind of a green signal or red carpet giving more comfort to the foreign portfolio investors in terms of the policy announcements, which we can expect from the budget. That's what the anticipation of the market is at this point of time. By and large, markets are in a consolidation phase and we are in the middle of the earnings season. Earnings season, clearly, it is cool earnings season. It is below the expectation, but one thing to say thanks is they're not. There are absolutely no negative surprises in this earnings season. Here and there, some kind of a earnings season, that is, some companies are not meeting the expectations, but no negative surprises, absolutely. And the market texture, if you see, the mid and small caps, we witnessed some kind of a gradual recovery yesterday, some kind of a bounce back and bottom fishing we witnessed yesterday. The greater question is, ahead of the budget, everybody little bit cautious and they want to be sidelines at this point of time. The weighing on the market in the medium to short term is what kind of announcements that might come from the US policy makers and also the rising tension in the Middle East, especially the US and Iran is concerned. That's where the investors are a little bit skittish in the medium to short term.
Right. Mr. Batini, we'll kickstart by taking some questions. A lot of our viewers are waiting by to take their questions and their insights on them. So we'll just focus on some of those questions and we can come again on the broader discussion of the markets, how to approach them ahead of the budget in a bit. Aarti Jain is our first viewer who sent a question on BHEL and she wants to know from you, is it a good stock to hold for long term? She already has about 790 shares in her portfolio. Her purchase price was 300 rupees each, and she wants to know what can be the target for the stock that she can hold on to for.
Sakshi, BHL is concerned, the Q4 results are decent quarter, and given the kind of heightened activity what we are witnessing in the power as a sector, the order book for BHL is expected to go up, and the icing on the cake at this point of time for BHL is how they are going to be and show their prominence in terms of the nuclear power as a theme is concerned. Government of India want to build small modular reactors in India. What kind of role BHL is going to play in this key theme? That's also an important thing, and this is going to be a new segment for BHL. By and large, she can hold. She can still from this range also. She can expect 10 to 15% kind of a returns from this level. She can hold on the stock at this point of time.
Okay. Let's also take the next question. This one also is from one of our YouTube viewers, Satya. He says, good morning, Sakshi. Good morning, Satya, to you as well. He says, is it the right time to accumulate auto stocks like Hyundai and Tata Motors passenger vehicles at the current level? It's a good question there because, Mr. Patini, from last couple of days, the entire focus is on after the mother of all deals has been signed by with the European Union, the imported luxury cars are all set to get massively cheaper because the current import duty of 110% could eventually go down to 10%. And therefore, we have seen some impact on the auto stock since that deal has been in focus. What is your understanding of what should one do with the Indian majors at this point in time, auto companies like Tata Motors and Hyundai?
Sakshi, Indian automakers, the OEMs are concerned, they are well equipped and well positioned also to face any kind of challenges coming out of these deals, and their pricing also reachable to the Indian majority of the consumers, barring the elite, if you leave the premium and luxury segment is concerned. But by and large, Indian OEMs are best suited the pricing and they understand the roads very well. Okay, we witnessed in the past 25, 30 years, many of the European makers they came to India and they failed understanding the Indian consumer and Indian roads. So we have witnessed the same case like Ford Motors kind of a thing, which is the auto major from USA. They came and they exited India. They stopped their business operation. Of course, they want to revive the operations. The coming back to your question, Indian auto OEMs are expected to do well. They got the GST bonanza most recently, and we have witnessed outperformance of these companies in the past 3 months. Right now, they're just in a consolidation phase. But my picking order in terms of the OEMs are concerned, it starts with Mahindra and Mahindra. Their segment and well positioned in terms of the taking the advantage of the SUV sales, the mid market in India, and also they forayed into the EV segment. There also they're taking the advantage. The sales numbers are expected to go up. The second stock is Hyundai Motors. They're well positioned at this point of time, and they have a strong product portfolio which will meet the complete segment of complete segment of Indian consumers from entry level to middle segment is concerned. And the third one is Maruti Suzuki. This is our pecking order at this point of time. Tata Motors passenger vehicles, I'm quite neutral in the medium to short term because some kind of a pressure that comes from the China and JLR sales. That's where it's creating some kind of a pressure in the medium to short term. So this is my pecking order. Tata Motors in the medium to short term, we are quite neutral at this point of time.
All right, viewers, breaking news on your screens. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has tabled the economic survey in the Lok Sabha. And remember, this economic survey will be an important document in terms of how the roadmap for economic reforms and is going to be important to see how it sets the tone for the upcoming union budget. Remember, the economic survey is released under the name of Chief Economic Advisor right now, Mr. V. Anantanageshwaran, this time was the author of the economic survey. And of course, the budget economic survey will now give the GDP growth outlook. That's what we are waiting for. Once the document is uploaded, we will be able to get you all those flashes as well as to what is the economic survey penciling in for the GDP growth outlook, and what kind of light has it shed on the Indian economy, the health of it, along with the growth prospects in the upcoming financial year that begins from 1st of April. That will be an important one to really look at. Which are the themes that the economic survey has really pointed out to that will give some signs or signals as to what will the upcoming union budget focus on in terms of the key spendings and the areas that are of growing importance for the Indian economy as well. That's something that we will definitely be focusing on. So, of course, we will wait by the moment we get some flashes. We are going to be reading out to you what exactly has been the core focus of the economic survey. But remember the budget session that started on 28th of Jan, and today we have seen the economic survey getting tabled. 1st of February, which is Sunday, will be when Finance Minister will be presenting the union budget. Let's move on to take some questions again from our viewers. Our next question is from Avdesh Thakur. He wants to know on Apollo Microsystems, a fresh entry for medium term. How would you advise on this one?
With respect to Apollo Microsystems is concerned, Sakshi, the last quarter results are expected from this company. All these defense stocks are concerned from their 52-week high. On an average, these stocks have corrected nearly 30 to 40%. So they looks very attractive for a longer term perspective. If the investor have a 2 to 3 years time horizon, one can try to accumulate this stock at this price range, and one can hold for a time horizon of 2 to 3 years. That's where for Apollo Microsystem is concerned. They are executing very well the projects, and new order book also quite encouraging for Apollo Microsystems.
Okay. Next question is from Momita from Kolkata. She says, "Hi Sakshi and Kranti sir. I have Bharti Airtel at 1651, but it is coming down sharply. What should I do? Should I keep on adding on dips? I have a 1 to 2 year time horizon."
Sakshi, Bharti Airtel in the last 2 years, one of the outperforming stock. So in the recent market consolidation, the stock also declined, okay, in line with the market conditions. So she can accumulate the stock at every dip, and this is the stock to hold on. The ARPUs and revenues are expected to do well in the next coming quarters also. So Bharti Airtel, one can hold on.
Okay, let's take another question. This one is from Sai Verma, wants to know about the railway stocks. He's been holding a lot of them like RVNL, IRFC, JWN, Titagarh, and even Ircon. He's saying that he is holding all these companies in losses, but I'm a long-term investor. Will it make any sense to continue to hold them at losses?
Sakshi, in the last 18 months, railway stocks were in a momentum zone. And by and large, if he observed the prices, how these stocks moved in the last 3-4 years, they have been the multi-baggers. They somewhere each stock have given around minimum 3 to 5x kind of returns for the investor. So entry level for these stocks are extremely crucial, Sakshi. The stocks have been in a consolidation phase in the last 7 to 8 months. We are seeing some kind of a pre-budget rally in railway stocks at this point of time. If the investor is really a long-term investor at action, okay, so he can hold on to these stocks for a 3 to 5 years horizon. Definitely, these stocks are expected to do well, and this budget can be the precursor for increase of for railway capex is concerned, and we can expect many new infrastructure projects in terms of the railway theme is concerned. the theme is intact, but you can't expect the stocks to perform every day. Some kind of a consolidation is inevitable for every theme. That's what we are expecting. We are seeing in the railway stocks. Last 3 months, last 2 3 years, these stocks were in a momentum zone. Now they are in a consolidation phase.
Okay. Let me take another question. This one is from Rishikesh. Wants to know, hi Sakshi, I hold Vedanta shares at 615. What should a short-term investor do in this current volatile time with Vedanta shares? What would you advise?
Sakshi, Vedanta is a stock to hold, one of the outperforming stock in this consolidated and volatile market. Of course, the metal pack has been doing very well. Yesterday only we have witnessed the kind of inflow of the cash the company got in terms of the selling their stake in Hindustan Zinc. The company is well positioned. He can hold on to Vedanta.
Okay. Next, we have a question from one of our viewers, Sindhu Ramdas, wants to know about ABB and wants to know whether at the current levels it would make any sense to enter afresh.
With respect to ABB is concerned, is a stock for all seasons, Sakshi. And in fact, the stock has been outperforming in today's market. Also, the stock is up by around 10%. He can add. Markets are in a consolidation phase. Definitely, there would be dips in the market. He can enter the stock in a staggered manner. He can buy at dips and hold it for the long term. And the stock prices looks very high, but for a long-term investor who invested in these stocks in the last 5 years, investors got multifold return in the names like ABB India. So one can buy these stocks irrespective of any hesitation. One can buy these stocks on dips.
Okay, let's actually look at the other question that we have. This is Lalit wants to know about Sagility for the next 3 years. Would you be able to review the stock and let him know about the next few years, 3 years perspective on fundamentals of Sagility stock?
The Sagility last quarter results have been decent, Sakshi. By and large, this is a technology platform where focused on US healthcare segment is concerned. If the US growth prospects are good, the company is expected to do well. Since the investor have a 3 years time frame, he can hold on to the stock and observe the key announcements by the company and management guidance. It's a stock to hold on, but it's not a it's a pricey stock at this point of time. He can hold on and he can accumulate at dips also, the stock going ahead.
Okay. Let me also tell our viewers that you can continue to ask your questions on our WhatsApp number as well. We're getting a lot of queries on our YouTube, but you can also log on to WhatsApp and send us your questions. We will also take another question from Vinu, who wants to know about Suzlon at the current levels for about a 6-month time frame. Suzlon has definitely cooled off from its previous year's high, record high levels that we've seen in the last year. It's almost turned half. Any suggestion here?
Actually, for 6 months, Suzlon is concerned, I try to be neutral on this company. This quarter results are crucial for Suzlon, and we can see some kind of a cool off with respect to the globally with the current stance with respect to the alternative fuels and energy, green energy is concerned. So Suzlon is going through a consolidation at this point of time. For 6 months, I would like to be on sidelines at this point of time. If the investor is holding this stock, he can hold on the stock.
Okay, got that. Let's take a next question. This one is from Raju. He says this is a very good show. Thank you so much, Raju, for writing in appreciative words for our show. He says, can you please ask Kranti sir to share his view on NACL and also on Wendt, considering the backing of Murugappa Group, and any entry levels that he can probably advise on the same as well. Okay. NACL Industries currently trading at 154, down by 2.7%. And the other one he has asked is Wendt, India share prices. This is currently trading at 6,750 rupees, down by 2% today. Any suggestion? Do you track these two stocks?
Sakshi, with respect to NICL is concerned, he can start accumulating the stock. It looks
Okay.
good since the investor is a long-term investor. It's a decent stock he can buy. Went currently trading around 6,700. Almost all it's corrected 50% from its peak. Now, if the investor is for 2-3 years time horizon, he can start accumulating the stock. Went in this downtrend, Sakshi. In a staggered manner, he can accumulate.
Okay, let me also take the next question. This one is from one of our viewers that we have. His name is Mr. Reddy, Siva Reddy from Guntur in Andhra Pradesh. Wants to know about ITC Hotels. Has these shares at 205. Wants to know whether he should be averaging or booking his losses.
Sakshi, ITC hotels are concerned in line with the market downtrend in the recent past, in the last 1 month and all. We witnessed some kind of a profit booking in the ITC hotels. The stock results have been December quarter has been decent quarter for ITC. In fact, he can start accumulating ITC hotel in this downtrend for a medium to long term. So if he is holding, he can hold. If you want to buy or accumulate further, he can start accumulating at these levels. ITC hotels are concerned.
Okay, I hope this has also answered your question. We have the next question. This one is from Lavisha from Jalandhar. Wants to know about IOL chemicals bought at 100 rupees. Any exit levels that you could suggest?
Sakshi, all these chemical stocks have been in a consolidation phase. In fact, last few quarters, the results have been quite flattish for majority of these chemical stocks. Same with the case of IOL chemicals and pharmaceuticals are concerned. She can hold on at this point of time. Most probably around 100 above, she can book some profit from the table from these levels.
Okay, got that. In fact, we have some more flashes coming in from economic survey viewers. So let's get started to tell you as to what has been tabled as far as the economic survey is concerned. The Eco survey has pegged in India's FY27 GDP growth. They see it at 6.8% to 7.2%. This is financial year 2027, where the growth expectation is between 6.8% to 7.2%.
Statistical appendix.
And the economic survey has also talked about how they expect the domestic demand and investments to gain strength in FY27. It also mentions that India's medium-term growth potential is around 7%. We also do see that economic survey has also mentioned that the downside risks to global growth are prominent and stability is fragile. Economic survey also mentions that government fiscal trajectory stands out amidst elevated global debt that we are seeing at the moment. Viewers, these are some of the flashes that have come in. Of course, during the course of the day, we will continue to listen. Let's listen into the Finance Minister live.
Item number 2, Vitt Mantri Srimati Nirmala Sitaraman.
Sir, with your permission, I rise to lay on the table a copy each of the following papers, Hindi and English versions. Economic Survey 2526, Economic Survey 2526 Statistical Appendix.
All right, so that was the tabling visual and what Finance Minister said while tabling of economic survey. But some of the highlights I've already marked out to you during the course of the day. We will also get to see more fine print coming in by way of flashes. And of course, we will get you all those details, of course, decode with our guests also through the course of the day. In the evening, you will also be able to see Chief Economic Advisor's interview to India Today Group and on Business Today as well. Let's quickly take Mr. Batini's viewpoint on the economic survey projections on FY27 GDP growth seen at 6.8 to 7.2% for now.
Yes, actually, it's quite positive, 7.2% on a higher note. And it's a very conservative projection what they have given. I believe somewhere around 7.5 to 8%, that can be the growth prospects for the GDP is concerned. And the new initiatives what the government has been taking, that's going to give a lot of cushion for the growth is concerned. And the majority of the pressure is coming from the external, the fragile nature of the geopolitics and also the trade tariffs are concerned that has been creating some kind of a pressure. But by and large, it's a decent set of numbers given the kind of geopolitical issues that are running right now. 7.2% in the economic survey is a decent growth projection for the economy and for positive for the markets also.
Okay, got that. I hope this has answered your question. Let's take the next question from our viewers then. This is from Naresh from Hyderabad. He says, Krati sir, what is your view on MIC Electronics?
Yeah, the MIC Electronics is concerned, Sakshi, it's by and large is a speculative company. Okay, the counter always in speculation until unless the investor have a high risk appetite. You can hold on to this company and keep a strict stop loss somewhere around 30 rupees. That's where you need to have a trailing stop loss. By and large, a lot of speculation is taking place. This company also from his town, Hyderabad only. So just closely observe the developments. By and large, more speculation is there in this counter.
Okay. We have another question. This one is from Mr. Hari Krishna. He says, Hi Kranti sir, I'm holding Karur Vysya Bank. Can I hold it or should I book my profit? What would you suggest? So prices he is not marked as to at what levels did he buy, but he's saying that he's in profits and wants to know whether booking profit is advisable.
Sakshi, fundamentally, it's a stock to hold on, and the last quarter results have been decent. Banking and financial services stocks one can hold in a medium to long term. At least if the investor have a 2 to 3 years horizon, Karur Vysya Bank definitely one can hold on at this price range also.
Okay. Jatin Dave says, Hi Sakshi, good afternoon. I have Hindustan Zinc shares at 690. What should I be doing? Hindustan Zinc also opened up its OFS for retail investors today. Any suggestion here?
Saki, you can keep somewhere around trailing stop loss around 650, that range, and he can hold on. The way the silver prices have been zooming up every day, Hindustan Zinc is expected to do well in the coming quarters. So, but we don't know when this rally is going to pass in terms of the silver rally that started. The prices have been shooting up. They're in a stratosphere at this point of time. Hindustan Zinc is concerned, he can hold on.
Okay. Next, let's take another question. This one is from Avinash Botra. He says, is it worth investing in silver for long run? Mr. Batini, from last 2 years, 3 years, you've been saying silver is going to be the new gold and that's where investors should park in their money. Today, silver has hit another record and a milestone of 4 lakh rupees a kilogram. For those who listen to you via this show last couple of years, they definitely stand to benefit. How would you really look at fresh investment options that investors are seeking on silver, even at these record levels? Does it still make sense?
Sakshi, I recollect whenever the silver prices I watch, great quote by Isaac Newton. I can understand the motions of the planetary things, but can't understand the fringiness of the retail investors. That's what we are witnessing right now. In fact, if you remember, if you recollect, we have done some kind of a show on your channel with specific to silver only. And from there onwards, silver have multiplied. We can see some kind of a accumulation that's taking place. The fringiness is there. Most probably the rally can continue, but somewhere anything that moves vertically that has to get into consolidation. Sakshi, that's the nature. So one can accumulate in a staggered manner. If anyone want to buy today, just if they want to invest 100 rupees, for example, start with 20 rupees and try to accumulate in a staggered manner and closely observe the geopolitical issues that are propping up the prices, that are the key reasons for silver. Right now, as I mentioned to you, the silver prices are in a stratosphere. So some kind of a consolidation can be expected anytime. When? Definitely, I also don't know.
All right, okay. Mr. Bettini, we'll wrap it up on that note. Thank you so much for being with us on the show and guiding all our viewers on their questions. Viewers, we're going to be having
Thank
a
you, Sakshi.
shorter
Always my
daily...
pleasure.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bettini. Viewers, we're going to be having a shorter daily call session today because remember, it's the economic survey day. Up next, you'll be able to see the decoding of the eco survey highlights that are coming in. So stay tuned and catch up on all of that news coverage as well on Business Today.
At the Wings India Summit in